Hello and welcome. This is sort of an unofficial part 2 of the last episode about the bloody Bender family. I do recommend you go watch that first. I'll put the link down in the description. In this episode, we are once again talking about a serial killer family. This time, it's the Kelly family, responsible for at least 11 murders. And some speculate have a connection to the infamous bloody Bender family. But we can get into that theory a little later. I am once again joined by my sidekick and wife in life, Riley.
Welcome everyone. Hope you're just as excited for Andrew's story today as I am.
The members of the Kelly family were William Kelly, 55, his wife, Kate Kelly, age unknown, their son, Billy Kelly, 20 years old, and their daughter, Kit Kelly, 18 years old. According to William, the Kelly family were from Pennsylvania originally, and then moved to Kansas in 1869. Between 1869 and 1887, they moved around the southern border of Kansas before settling near Oak City, Kansas. They opened a ranch and tavern, which was in an area called No Man's Land, which was known to be dangerous for travellers, as it was an area known to host highwaymen. When a potential victim stayed in the Kelly family's tavern, they would be assessed for wealth by the family. If it was determined that they were wealthy, they would be engaged in conversation by William, Bill, or Kit, while Kate prepared a meal. The victim's chair would be positioned by the trapdoor installed at the head of the table. Once a signal was given, the trapdoor would open, dropping the victim to their death. Or if this didn't kill them, they would be finished off with an axe.
This all sounds eerily familiar.
I can't imagine why at all. There were at least 11 victims of the Kelly family. The bodies of 3 men were found in the cellar. The bodies of 6 men and 2 women were found buried in the barn. Of these 11 victims, unfortunately only 3 could be identified. These were Jim Coven, a cattleman, J.T. Taylor, a wealthy salesman from Chicago, and a man known as Johnson, a merchant from Texas. It was noticed that people had been going missing from the road leading to the Kelly Tavern, but no one had suspected the family, given that it was a known dangerous route anyway. In December of 1887, a man called S.T. Gregg, a traveller from St. Louis, Missouri, decided to stop and check on the Kelly family, as they hadn't been heard of in a while. And as he had previously stayed with them, he was more familiar with them. Upon entering the tavern, Gregg was struck with a foul odour, and upon investigation, he found the remains of 3 bodies in the cellar. He fled the Kelly residence and notified the authorities. This triggered search parties who found all the bodies of the victims, one of which was led by a cowboy named Texie.
I don't think I've heard a more stereotypical nickname for a cowboy.
I couldn't agree more. It's an absolutely incredible nickname, one that I can only dream of. Shortly after finding all the bodies, the town of Beaver sent word that the Kelly family had been through there, and it seemed that they were on their way towards New Mexico. They were also informed that they had several horses and a lot of money. A posse of 20 men tracked the family to Palo Duro Creek. From here, their route changed towards Weller, Texas. After discovering their new route, the posse caught up with them, and a 2-hour chase ensued. During this chase, Kate Kelly fell from her horse, breaking her neck. The other Kellys left her to die and carried on the chase. The posse then caught up further with Bill and Kate, with William escaping on his own. Bill and Kate now captured by the posse, Kit began pleading for mercy, provoking Bill, who told the posse of Kit's compliance in the murders, thus sealing her fate also. 2 ropes were prepared, during which Kit asked Bill if they should give the details of the murders, to which Bill cursed at the posse, encouraging them to find out for themselves. The 2 of them were hung and left there. William, having initially escaped the posse, was actually rather easy to track down, given his horse only had shoes on its front hoofs, creating a unique track to follow. The posse found him and fired 2 shots at him, at which point he gave up and dismounted his horse. The group surrounded him, giving him a chance to confess his crimes. William initially tried explaining that the reason he was heading towards Texas was due to the high crime rate in Kansas. This obviously didn't fool anyone. William was hanged for a while before bringing him down and giving him further time to confess. This did the trick, and William did confess his and his family's crimes to the murders of 9 men and 2 women, also giving details of where the money was stored. William was then stripped of all belongings, including a gold pocket watch belonging to J.D. Taylor. William was then hanged to death. For some, the story of the Kelly family isn't the whole picture, for there is a popular theory, first spread by an unnamed man from Kansas at the time, who claimed that the Kelly family was in fact the notorious Bender family, who had previously killed approximately 20 people. He believed this because of the near-identical murder method and family structure, coupled with the fact both families carried out their murders in Kansas and had the same victim profile. The man had reportedly carried out his own investigation into the Bender murders by visiting the Benders' homestead and the various rumours of their death, which he claimed were not truthful, and in fact, there had been a conspiracy between the Bender family and a group of their associates to not only help them escape and start again, but also to claim that they had been killed to draw suspicion away from them. He believed the Bender family escaped justice and moved north, resuming their life and eventually carrying out more murders as the Kelly family, before finally meeting their demise. Now, as it happens, I don't really buy into this theory at all. For starters, the ages of the Kelly family are entirely inconsistent with the Bender family. The Benders committed their murders from 1872 to 1873. The Kelly family committed their murders 14 years later. However, their ages don't make any sense. John Bender Sr. was 60 when the Bender murders took place, so this would now make him 74 years old. William Kelly was supposed to be 55 years old. There's surely no way a 74-year-old man is passing for a 55-year-old man in 1873. Same with the kids. John Bender Jr. was around 25 during the murders, which would make him 39 during the Kelly murders, while Billy Kelly was meant to be 20 years old. There's absolutely no way you're going to mistake a nearly 40-year-old man for a 20-year-old man. And then there's Kate Bender. She was meant to be 23 during the murders, which would have made her 37 during the Kelly murders. Kit Kelly, however, was meant to be 18 years old. Come on now. There's absolutely no way. What do you think, Riley?
Now you know me. I love a good conspiracy. And really, how likely is it that 2 separate families in Kansas in the 1800s would have the exact same murder plan and delivery as each other? I mean, if we look really closely, sure, the ages are a bit off, but that could just be down to a lot of factors. You've seen those photos of people and they're like 19 and you're looking at it and you're like, nah, you were definitely like 32 in this photo. So maybe it was something like that. They may have just looked a lot older than they said they were, but people just attributed it to them being hard workers. But on the other hand, why? Why? If you were a murderous family who had just been caught in Kansas, move and set up the same exact or very similar murder in just a little bit more north, but still in Kansas. Like, there are so many other sparsely populated areas of America at that time that they could have just moved to. Why stay there?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I think really, unless some sort of significant evidence comes out to suggest that they were the same family, I'm going to be very strictly in the no camp.
Once again, thank you everyone for watching today's episode, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.